get ready to go to Iraq to prep for the invasion, like in '02, and like spent a lot of time in Kuwait, just like training and preparing.
What was it like when you went there?
To Iraq?
Yeah.
So that was like my first like combat experience, and so it was unique in that. So my team and a couple other teams are basically attached to the 4th ID to provide kind of route reconnaissance and screening and stuff for the kind of this main conventional military, invasion. And so watching big army work, do what they do best was pretty amazing. Like tank engagements, like I never thought I'd witness that. It was just almost like and it's probably a trite cliche, but like a movie, watching this massive mechanized force just like crush everything in its path. So, yeah.
When you were over there, was any doubt that you had done the right thing by enlisting? And again,
yeah, no doubt.
No doubt at all.
Yeah.
You were geared up, ready to go.
Yeah.
So what happened when you were over there?
Like got in some gunfights, hit some targets, and then redeployed back to the States.
You say that so casually. Got in gunfights and hit some targets. Like it had to be a pretty extreme experience.
Yeah, but honestly, I think my Afghan experiences were more intense than Iraq for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a different animal.
And when did that happen?
So did some rotations in Afghanistan following the Iraq invasion, and it was kind of the more traditional like SF mission, like working with indigenous troops and leading them on raids and things like that.
That's got to be a wild change of life, to go from being a musician to go from being a deployed special operator in Afghanistan. Like the shift in consciousness is so extreme.
Maybe, but I think I'm pretty good at just with rolling with stuff. It's like, oh, this is happening now. Okay,
but that's a big happening. It's a huge happening.
Yeah.
To be in combat.
I mean, definitely. I think the war and combat was the most profound experience of my life for sure. And I don't mean to maybe treat it lightly, because I don't take it lightly. Yeah, it's by far the most profound experience of my life.
So many guys who come back from that, not only do they say it's the most profound experience, but many of them say it was the best experience of their life.
I understand that for sure. Like, I guess I could encapsulate it like this. Like you got your dudes, your team, your little indigenous troopers, and you're gonna go crush some target. And like I never had a doubt that like maybe I would get injured or killed, but that I never had a doubt that the mission would fail, just because the odds were just in our favor. It's like you got night vision, you got a cast stack, you got this huge support apparatus. It's like there's no way we're not going to win this fight. But going on target, closing with, destroying the enemy, and then getting you and all your dudes back to base alive, best feeling in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
So many guys say that.
Best feeling in the world.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is it like? What can you describe it?
It's
or give an attempt.
I think, like, and I got my kind of evolutionary ideas about why that is. Mm-hmm. I think that we're on a very essential level, like doing what human beings, or one of the things we're meant to do.
Or maybe one of the things we've always done.
Well, we're an adversarial species, but like every species in nature is adversarial, and it's not an evaluative evaluative statement. It's just kind of an observation. So I think on this, just the way our brains are, like evolutionarily, like, okay, we're the monkeys with the big brains, right? And we've created this very technologically advanced, if not challenging, environment now that we live in. But the way our firmware up here, we're still hominids on the savannah, you know, like 100%. And so I think through war, through combat, we kind of tap into that primal, okay, this is what we're supposed to do, you know? And
was that surprising to have that part of your mind sort of ignited in a sense where you realize that like this is like something that's deeply embedded in your DNA?
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm making that claim, but it's not based on like scientific research I've done. It's just kind of an intuition.
Well, many make that claim.
Yeah,
it's not an uncommon thought.
Yeah, so it rings true to me. And like, have you read like that Sebastian Junger book,
yes.
Tribe?
Yeah. Great book.
Yeah. And like his thesis, like that's the first kind of PTSD thesis I read that kind of rang true with me. Because like before that, the popular conception was, you know, these young men and women go off to war and see horrible things and come back fucked up. But like his thesis where they lose that tribe, right? That task and purpose, unity of effort. You know, literally, we're tribal creatures. Like that's how we operate. Like I did a paper when I was doing my undergrad. I think I was trying to investigate like genetic impetus for like human conflict or whatever. And like during my research, one of the things I found that was super interesting to me was the way psychologically we're equipped to deal with about 100 to 120 individuals. Like that would be our extended tribe, our social group.
Dunbar's number.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's this group of people that you can contain in your mind.
Yeah.
And it's segmented. There's like a small number of people that you're intimately attached to. There's a larger number that are close but more like associates, friends. And then there's people that you know, and it extends out. It actually extends even further than 120 or 150. It gets to like people you are aware of. But it's fairly small, which is one of the weird things about knowing a lot of people.